Barbecue.
Thank you.
Okay. 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 I just wanted to confirm. Sorry, sometimes.
Testing 1 2 test 1 2 test 2. Testing 1 2 1 2 test. Testing 1 2 1 2 test 1 2 1 2 test 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
She left, didn't she?
She did leave, yeah.
Dang it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in. This is our first ever episode of Mavs Mania Podcast. Just check us out on YouTube and social at Mavs Mania Podcast. So here we are. We're doing our first ever episode here of the show. Welcome in. Really appreciate you guys for checking it out. Hopefully you guys will enjoy what's going on here and enjoy the content that we provide and bring to you guys here for all things Dallas Mavericks. And really excited about the 2024-25 season as it gets tipped off tonight. Really excited about that. Hopefully we'll get a big home victory against the San Antonio Spurs, Victor Wembanyama and crew as they come into the American Airlines Center in Dallas. But first off, before we get into any of that, let's look at the end of the year from last year. Okay, so the Mavericks had an absolutely amazing run to finish off the year, got to the finals, and just ran into a much better team. Let's just call it what it was. A much better team. Defensively, 100% better than the Dallas Mavericks as they held the Dallas Mavericks to under 100 points in all of the games except for the one that the Dallas Mavericks won. And more consistent, right? They averaged roughly somewhere around 105 to 106 to 107 points in every game they played. So it was definitely more consistency that we saw from the Boston Celtics at the end of the year last year, and it just is what it was. So really happy though that the Mavericks were able to fight through and get to the finals. Really awesome to see them back there. I think for the first time since 2011. Whenever we won, I could be wrong. I'll have to do some research there to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure it's the first time that we've been back since we won the title in 2011 with 13 Company. So kind of a nice little bow to tie up the end of the year there, and hopefully we see more of that to come this year from our Dallas Mavericks. So, but turning the page, moving over to this year, some off-season additions. We have brought in Grimes to shore up. Dinwiddie is back now with the team from the Brooklyn Nets. And we have got the addition of Klay Thompson from the Golden State Warriors. And there's been a lot of speculation about that addition of Klay Thompson. Just looking at how everything went in the preseason, right? Not the best shooting, right? Not the best shooting performance in the preseason from him. And just kind of seeing, what that looked like. And it was pretty rough. I mean, a lot of people have been talking about, man, he's washed. It's the reason why Golden State is okay, get rid of him. All that kind of stuff. We'll have to see what that looks like starting tonight, whether or not, maybe the regular season kicks in and he's more ready to go. Very, very interested to see how he fits into the mold and how much value he can bring, not just as a veteran player, not just somebody that's been there and done that and won titles and that championship pedigree, and just a mature, older guy's, just approach to how he does day in, day out, and how that helps the younger guys like Luka, who has just now gotten to his first ever finals, and seeing if that helps, get guys across the finish line. But really excited to see. Now, let's talk about this year coming in. The first thing I want to address and that I think we need to look at is the schedule, right? So anytime the schedule gets released, you want to look at that, see what the deal is. And starting off in October, game one, obviously, at home against San Antonio, and then a few more games to round out the month of October. I don't think we'll learn a ton about this Maverick squad in the first week. However, starting November the 1st, the Dallas Mavericks have a absolute gauntlet to run. Okay, if you've looked at the schedule in any kind of depth at all, we're talking about a November stretch that is going to really tell us a lot about this basketball team and its resolve and its strengths and weaknesses and all of those kind of things, because the first 10 games will just be a pretty good litmus test to see where we're at to start. But November, it gets rough, guys. We go at Denver, at Golden State, at Utah. Those 3 games are all in a row. We come back home for another game against rival San Antonio, and then we go at OKC. Right after that stretch, which is 4 out of 5 games on the road against a good team, right? None of those teams are bad. You come back and you do another stretch at Denver, at Miami, at Atlanta, a home game against a deep playoff team in New York, the Knicks, and then we go at Utah and at Portland. Those are 11 games where 9 of them are on the road. in the month of November. And in Portland, I believe, is December the 1st. But that stretch in November is really going to be telling if we're above 500 by a few games, at it, below it. Uh, I don't see how you get through that stretch and not get banged up, tired. Yeah, it's early on in the season, but that is not the easiest stretch you're going to have to deal with this team. And I think we're going to know a lot about our team very, very quickly as we move forward in there. So, anyways, looking back last year, just a little bit more. Been a fish in the West, fifth in the West, great postseason run, and then as a whole, 25 and 16 at home, 25 and 16 on the road. If we can duplicate that road, excuse me, that road record, or at least be close. 25 and 16 is a good, decent road record. Now, I would like to see us improve. That is the one area where I would really like to see us improve is our home record. 25 and 16 is not good enough at home, especially if you want to finish in the top 2 or 3 teams in the Western Conference that is loaded, absolutely loaded with good teams. OKC, Denver, Utah, Dallas. Clippers are healthy. They're solid. If Golden State is improved at all, they're always a team that has Steph Curry and a solid guy in Draymond Green. You have absolute difficult teams loaded all the way. The Lakers looked good in their first game, right? I mean, that team is not going to be a scrub. So you've definitely got some stuff to contend with as far as it comes to the West. And 25 and 16 at home is not going to get it done. I think if you're 25 and 16 at home again, I don't know if you can be better or improve on. And the last thing you want to do is finish 5th, 6th, 7th in the West again and have to potentially be in the play-in. So definitely not what we want to see there. But we can definitely improve. We can definitely improve on that. I think these additions of bringing in these players, Quentin Grimes, bringing in Klay Thompson, bringing back Spencer Dinwiddie, a player that knows our system, um, knows the guys that he's on the team with. I think they'll just kind of fall right back into the fold, and I think they'll be fine. I think Klay Thompson, um, who yes, he's older, but brings just a work ethic, a tenacity, a maturity to the team that it is desperately needed. And I think will definitely help. And somebody that can play really solid on ball and off ball defense. And I think that will start showing early on in the season. And I'm hoping that the rest of the team can kind of rally around that and play really good team defense. We saw better team defense from Luka last year. Kyrie's a decent point guard on ball defender. But if Luka can take the steps that he made towards the middle and end of last year and grow on those things and continue to improve on those things, he's going to be a big piece on the defensive end as to whether or not this team is super successful, more so than maybe at the end of last year. So really excited to see that. But okay, so that kind of hopefully will put a nice bow, tie up everything. Excuse me. As far as last year goes, and um, an extremely successful season overall. You finished with a good winning record. You finished in the top half um, of your conference, and your record would have even been decent for the Eastern Conference as well. You made it to the finals, put up a pretty decent fight. I don't think you really got just manhandled across the board. But you were up against a better team that showed in the 4 games that we lost. It showed by 6-12 somewhere in there for victory each time for Boston, and the one game that we won that gentleman's sweep type of thing where they just kind of said, hey, we got the first 3, we're up 3-0, let them have one so we can go back to focusing at home. Whatever it is, they kind of decided mentally or not, or whether Dallas just said, hey, we're not going out like that. Let's give it our all this game. And that's how that played out. Regardless, really happy with the results from last year. Wasn't 100% perfect, obviously, with the title, but they are further along in my mind. I know a lot of other people's mind. They are further along than they should be with this roster. With only gotten together for a full year, with Kyrie having been hurt some and being out some here and there. just really excited to see where this goes from here. Okay. Anyways, this is going to wrap up our first episode here. I know it's only about 15, 16 minutes long segment here, but welcome in. Thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully, I'm able to provide some entertainment values, insight into uh, just another fan that loves this program and is really excited to see where this basketball team can end up. Really excited to see where we take it this year. Really, really excited. So, first episode should be uploaded uh, by the 25th. You guys should be able to see that. And then on the 25th, we will recap game one, Mavericks versus Spurs. And hopefully we come out with a W to start the year off right. Hopefully we can keep Wembanyama in check, and the guy's an absolute freak of nature, and we'll see how that goes. But thank you guys so much for joining in. It's a Mavs Mania podcast, episode 1. We will see you guys on episode 2 with a recap of game 1. Appreciate you guys coming in. We'll see you guys next time.
Do what?
So, you unlock it, and then you have to, after you're gonna lock it again, take it, you do that trick, and then pull the key out and lock it. Thank you. You're welcome.
want to show this?
Yeah, perfect, thank you.